guys, so this video, what it's gonna be about, I'm gonna be lining all the bags I have. Well, there's one bag I'm not gonna line, but I don't think it needs a lining. So the ones I have are, this one I did last week. Yes, I haven't finished the strap. I've been barely crocheting, but I can still make the lining. So then when, you know, the bag, when the strap is done, I can just add the strap, weave in the ends and put the lining in. Okay, so I got this bag. Got my hexagon granny square bag. This is going to be a bit awkward to do, I think, but I'm going to give it a go. And then I have this bag, the little like messenger bag thing. So yeah, it has a bottom piece here. So I might need to add a false bottom into this so it stays up. But anyway, I'm going to give it a try, you know. I'm wearing it like a necklace. But yeah, that's what I'm going to give it a try. I do have something coming later today. It says it'll be here between 11 and 3. I have a handheld sewing machine coming, okay? So until that arrives, I'm going to be hand sewing all these. And when I first tried it, it took me a whole day to make a lining. So yeah. But the fabric I'm going to be using is these ones. These are the ones I used for my first one. So there's, yeah, these I'm going to use on the messenger bag one, the blue and pink one, because, well, the pieces of fabric are like this. So it'll probably be easier for that one, since that one's a load of different squares and that. So yeah, so I'm going to be using these. These are all the different fabric patterns I have in this blue set. I do have more fabric coming though. And then I have this purple set. There's all the colours there. 3 different pinks and a purple. So yeah, nice and pretty. And then I also got my pack of zippers. So I can add a zipper. Although some of these, a zipper might not fit. So I might not do a zipper on some of these. Because like this one. How am I going to get a zipper to go like that? That's going to be awkward. I won't put a zipper on this one. This one, I might be able to get a zipper on there. Let me get one out. Let me measure it up. Grab any random one for right now. Okay, so. Oh, slightly too long. But that bit that's slightly too long, I can just shove on the inside. Shove on the inside right there. So yeah, I might be able to actually do this. Might just have to measure it, see how long it needs to be. Yeah, might just need to measure it, see how long it needs to be, how long the opening of the bag is, and then just tuck the rest of it on the inside. No, well, on the outside, you know, in between the lining and the bag. You know, so it's all hidden away. So yeah, so I might be able to get one on that. And this one, this might need my long. Yeah, this one might need my longer zipper. Although I think my longer zipper is much longer, but anyway, it gets it used. Anyway, so for right now, I need to film my short for today. So I'm going to do that. I need to also call up my sister's school for something. So I'm going to do that, and then I will be starting on the linings. Okay? So I'm going to quickly go do that. So guys, I don't know, I feel like I'm being blocked because the little red bar that shows how long the video has been playing for is right on my forehead and covering my eyes. At least from where I can see. Anyway, bag I'm going to be starting with. I'm going to start with this one since I think it'll be the easiest. I feel like I have to shrink down just to be seen, even though I know you guys will be able to see me perfectly fine. So, anyway, so yeah, going to start with this bag. So, and like I said before, fabric I'm going to be using is this stuff. Nice and pretty. So, pieces cut out. Okay, so I am now going to start sewing these together. Since the colour of the fabric is blue, I'm going to be using, if I can get it out, this blue thread. If you can see that properly. I don't know if this is doing anything, but I'm going to be using this blue thread. Okay, I need my little thready thing that helps me thread the yarn onto the needle. This thing. Don't know if you guys can see that. My yarn scissors. Get those out. And then my pack of needles. Okay, where's the one I always use? No, not you. I want the other one that's in this case. I use this specific needle all the time because it has the biggest eye bit, so therefore the biggest gap to thread the needle onto. Oh, one sec, just checking a WhatsApp message, just making sure it's nothing important. Yeah, nothing important. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna get the other bits from in here back in, and then I'm gonna get started on sewing. Okay guys, oh that's a bit low. Anyway, I'm gonna go into a time lapse for sewing this together. Okay, since it's gonna, you know, be small, take a while, and I will see you guys once I have gone this side sewn together. So guys, I know you guys only saw me when I was sewing these together, but I've sewn it into a pouch now. This will just go inside the bag, and I just thought for right now, since so that's going to be sewn to the walls. One sec, let me just have a little visual of this. I need a bit of a visual. Okay, so get that in, down there. The walls will be like that. Then I guess, yeah, I could do a zipper across the top like that. So yeah, so this is the longer zipper I was talking to you about. That's the end zipper part. So yeah, that is going to be too long. So let me have a look at mine. Just doing it like that, it looks like they should be long enough. Now what colour would I want for this? Let's go blue zipper for this one. Actually, let's go with a pink zipper because I want to save this blue zipper for one of my other blue bags. So let's just... It is literally just a tiny bit short. It's just a tiny bit shorter. How else can I do this up? Let me have a look. I think I might have something in here. I have these little clasp thingies, so put one here, put one here, put one in the middle, use 3 of them, put them periodically, and then you can clip it. Yeah, I guess that would work. Yeah, so. Yeah, so I guess that's how it'll have to be. Or, you know what, I'm just going to think about this for a bit. So I'm not too sure which one to do on the bag for now. So I'm going to think about it for a little bit. I'm going to get started on the other bag, okay? But yeah, that's the lining for that bag done, okay? Just shove that in there for now. There. So the next bag is this one. The hexagon bag. I think for this one, I don't think scraps would work, because yeah, that scrap is just a bit too small. So yeah, scraps won't work for this one. So I'm gonna have to get out a new piece of fabric, which I do not mind. So let me clear up, and then I will get started with that. And also, while I was sewing that lining, I had a few quests in Genshin that were just, you know, bunch of people talking over and over, just a load of dialogue. So I literally just made my characters do those, just kept doing the dialogue. It was an event quest. So while the character kept, you know, listening to the dialogue, that's when I was sewing it together and that. You know, I was multitasking. Anyway, I'm going to clear off my table so I can get started on lining that bag. And I'll see you guys in a second. Okay guys, so I have this pack of fabric. There's a very dark pink, there's a dark pink, a slightly lighter pink, and then a peach colour, then a pattern rain purple one. I think I'm going to do the pattern purple one. Okay, I'm thinking this one for it. Yeah, I'm thinking this fabric, but the only thing I'm worried about is that this might only be enough to do one side. If I position it properly, maybe that's 2 folds and a bit, and that's, yeah, so this might be too small. But if, let me have a look at the other one. So that is like 4 folds. Cardboard in it. But yeah, I think all these fabrics are the same size. So so I might actually go for the 2 lighter pinks, save this for a different project. So yeah, I think I'll go with these 2 since they're the closest together in colour. Yeah, so I gotta fold this back up. Yep, okay, yeah, I can't get that. Whatever, I'll sort that out later. And for anyone who is wondering how long it took me to sew that one together, I started a little after 9 and it's now 10:41, which hopefully means my handheld sewing machine will be here soon, so maybe I can start using that. Anyway, let's get started with this colour. now to go back to cutting it out. Loosening my shoulders a bit. My shoulders hurt a bit from being hunched over. Alright, let me cut this out and then I will be back. So guys, that is now that piece all cut out. Whatever. The pink one's, the blonde pink one's slightly bigger, but that'll just be seam allowance. I'll just say that's seam allowance. And then after I've done it, I'll just chop all that off once I've sewn them together. But yeah, time to get sewing these together. And for that, I need there's my sewing kit. And let's see. To sew this together, what colour do I want to use? I'm using pink fabric, so I'll use a pink thread. Let me grab the blue one, put that back. I'd say so far the blue thread's my most used. And since this is all one shape, only two pieces of fabric, I hypothetically should be able to go from one side to the next. But I'm not going to film this because I need to clear up. So before I do this, I'm just going to quickly clear up because I have a lot of scraps of fabric all hanging around here. Yes, I was able to get that all off in one piece. I was able to cut it all out one piece. And that. But other than that, I have loads of different little scraps of fabric all over the place. So I kind of need to just clear up a bit. So I'm going to quickly do that and then I'll start sewing that together. Okay? Because it is a bit too messy for me to work in. So guys, I've just cleared up all the fabric. I just folded it all up and put it in a pile because I still might need it for the third and final bag. But yeah, so I'm now just going to sew together the pieces of fabric for that bag and that. But I'm not going to record it. You might be wondering why. Well, one, the phone I used to film is nearly dead. So that's why. And also I kind of want to get a little farm Genshin. But the phone I used to play it is also the phone I record on. So. And I will let you know once my package arrives, you know, with the handheld sewing machine, because that would be so much easier if it arrives soon. And I mean, it does say it's out for delivery, so hopefully. Anyway, I'll let you know how far I get in an hour, because in an hour I will be stopping to have my lunch. And, oh, is that a string? Yep, that's the threadable. But yeah, in an hour I will be stopping to have my lunch, so I'll show you how far I get then. And also my friend is coming around to work on a big Genshin with me. So if I don't get, so I might not film much this afternoon. That'll be when they're here. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a sec. Well, I'll see you guys in like an hour. So guys, it's now 12 o'clock and this is how far I've gone round. I've gone round once and I'm about halfway done on the second round. And yes, I know the edges aren't exactly the same. Once I've finished sewing it, I'm going to clip the edges. I'm going to, you know, sort that out. But yeah, it's now 12 o'clock, so I am going to go for my lunch. Hopefully so that'll probably take me till about 1 o'clock, you know. Okay, so that there. Needle clearly in view, so I do not touch it. And I'm going to go and get my lunch. I'll see you guys after lunch. So guys, just got back from my lunch. It's now 12:58. So basically 1 o'clock, which is about fair because I'd make my lunch, eat it, wash up. So yeah, and also during all that, I also finished this off because I had finished eating my lunch and I was just eating my fruit. So I kind of just continued sewing and I got all finished. So now I just need to cut the edges so then it's all the same and even. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do now. That's it from both sides. You can see how much of each needs to be cut off. Anyway, I'm going to go on with that and then I'll show you guys afterwards. I just don't feel like doing a time lapse. I'm getting tired. And yes, I do have a Monster. I am trying not to be addicted, but they are delish. And, well, I got ADHD, so it makes me sleepy instead. I really should not drink them because it'll just make me tired because of my ADHD, but still, I do. Anyway, also, another reason why I'm not doing a time lapse is because my phone should be around literally any time from now. So, I just don't want to, what's it called? Don't want the phone to be dead before they get here, okay? Alright, I will see you guys in a bit. So guys, that's just all of that cut out. All the excess all cut. So now let's get this in here. Get in. And then we would open up. So sec. Go. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. And where's that? That's the zipper I got out. And yeah, that's really big. So this might be another one. I don't put a zipper on, or I think of some alternate way to do it up. Yeah, because well, it's not doing that. It's just too small. Also, my phone will be here within half an hour to an hour. Oh yeah. Alright, I need to stop fidgeting with this. So that is another one done. And now it's just the lining for this bag. Okay. Which should be easy enough. Yeah, should be easy enough. And just, this is another one that's not going to be able to fit a zipper. I might end up using all my little clasp thingies. Anyway, gonna get on with this. Should really weave in these ends. But yeah, my phone's gonna be here any minute, so I'm again not gonna film because I want, you know, to be able to, you know, not have to worry about stopping filming when they arrive. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time I update you. Okay, which will be either when I have the next lining, the pieces cut out, or if my friend's here, I'll just update you once my friend has left. Okay? Okay. See you guys. So guys, sorry this is the next day. Sorry I didn't update you guys, but my friend arrived. We hung out for a bit. He helped me on Genshin, and then they left. My sister got home. Then there was make dinner. After we didn't even have time to finish eating our dinner. Then my mum was home from work. Then I had to make her dinner, and then it was Corey and Emmerdale, and then it was like 6 o'clock at night all of a sudden. So yeah, just didn't really have time to. Anyway, so I got the other piece cut out, and as you guys will see in the short I'm posting it today, but for you guys that will be yesterday's short. I am going to try my new sewing machine, and if you guys haven't seen that short, this is what it looks like. It looks like a stapler. It looks like you should be able to just go sew on. So yeah, I'm going to use my stapler looking sewing machine. I'm very excited to try it out. But also this morning, while I was editing my videos, I sewed this liner in. Sewed the liner in this bag. And I'm going to do the same with the other bag because obviously Friday's normally my editing day, but I haven't finished this video yet. So I'm going to edit what I have while I'm sewing that lining in. Okay. Yeah, I know I need to clear up the edge of this, but it's sewn in and it looks great and I am very happy. Also, my sister points something out to me that this looks like the trans flag colours. She says that this bag looks like it's the trans colours, which I mean, hey, I got no problem if it does. Like, I just thought these colours would look pretty together, and they do. But yeah, anyway, I am going to edit what I have of this video, and then I'm going to sew in the other lining. Then I will be back with you guys to try out my new sewing machine. So guys, while I was doing that and exporting the video, I had a little play around on some scrap fabric with my sewing machine. Made me realise that I should probably practice a bit before jumping straight into doing the lining, because I don't want to mess it up. So I'm just going to hand sew together the lining and then practice with the sewing machine for the rest of the day. So then hopefully by the next time I need to do the linings, I know what I'm doing. So once I figured that out, oh, come on, don't let the thread get stuck. I got the needle ready and I pinned it together. Yes, one bit is slightly bigger. Once I pin it together, once I've sewn it together, I'm going to chop off the bits that are like overhang. So I'm going to get started on that. So yeah, so I'll see you in the time lapse. So guys, I've just sewn together the lining, and yeah, I don't think I'm going to be doing any more today. I am so tired. No, because well, this morning technically at 3:40 in the morning, foxes yelping, baby foxes yelping outside the window, and I'm still sleeping in the living room because my bed frame hasn't come yet. And I'm getting a new mattress, so why take the mattress back upstairs? So I'm just going to have to take it back down. So I'm still sleeping in the living room. And the foxes, baby foxes, yelping right outside the living room window for about a good straight 10 minutes. I know it's because they were lost and they were yelping for their mum and that, but still, there were people living here. There were humans living here trying to sleep. And mum was up at 5 for work. So I would have been getting up about 5 anyway. Well, more about 5:30ish after mum's had like her shower and that. But still. So I lost about an hour and a half of sleep. Even after they stopped at about 4 o'clock. Or somewhere around that time. My brain isn't working. So even after they stopped, somewhere around 4 o'clock-ish, I still could not sleep. It got to the point where I was laying in bed for a while, trying to sleep. I feel like it's been ages. Check my phone, it's been like 5 minutes. Got to a point where I just went on my phone because I knew I was not getting back to sleep. And then got to a point where I was just like, okay, I'm tired of laying in my bed in the dark. I just shut the living room door and I turned the living room light on. I shut the door so then no one upstairs would see the light and it would wake them up. But then I found out the yelping of the foxes woke my mum up anyway. So yeah, so I'm going to, anyway, let me show you what I did, okay? I got the lining all done, and I cut off any excess fabric. So, yeah, nice and pretty. And I'm very close to finishing the strap of this bag, and this video isn't being posted for, not this week, next week. So if I don't get this finished, so since I'm not going to get this finished today, I highly doubt I will let you guys know when I do get finished, hopefully tomorrow, because my goal is to you know, get this sorted tomorrow, you know, finish this off by tomorrow. And that, so yeah. Also, I realised in that previous clip, I did not show you the bag, the other bag, okay? The lining was actually a little bit too small, so I kind of had to, well, fudge it really, because I was not wasting fabric. Fabric is expensive, but it looks nice, so this might just be something I keep for myself, because that is kind of janky, the lining. It's not that good, it's not really good enough to sell. So this might just be something I keep for myself, or I give it to my cousin or something. I'll see if my cousin wants it. But yeah, it's not really good enough to sell because the stitches are even being like pulled right here, and it's kind of being pulled away from it. So yeah, I might not even give this as a gift. I don't even think it's good enough for that. So yeah, I might keep this for myself. Yeah, or just keep it as like, you know, a souvenir of where I started, even though this was the third one I've done. Yeah, so I'll update you if I get that done, but if not, but if I don't get it done, I'll just update you guys anyway, but hopefully I will get that done because I have like a week to get done. So yeah, I'll see you then. So guys, it is now Saturday morning and I have finished the bag. The lining is poking out a little bit. I'm gonna try and fold that down, maybe fix that a little bit. But yeah, that's the bag, lined and in, okay? So I do have a question for you guys. If I was to put this on my shop, how much would you pay? How much would you reasonably want to pay for a handmade crochet bag with a sewn in lining, all hand done? Okay, but that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! And don't forget to check out my Etsy shop at Child Crochet 1. Well, Child Crochet 1 is my Etsy shop name. Don't forget to check it out. See you guys next time. Bye!